texting me and begging me to see him. You can't schedule an appointment with a queen like me. I'm the forbidden fruit, steadily watching you try and make your move. Don't you know you gon' lose?
Welcome back, queens. So I was talking to my friend the other day and we were talking about being tired of sex, being tired of just giving up ourselves to these guys, our boos, our bays, and yet we get nothing in return. And not necessarily just material things either, but in reality, for me, material things too, because I'm not quick to take things from guys, but I don't see that they're that quick to give either. It's some guys that be giving their stuff away, but I haven't run into those guys. Anyways, so I was like, bestie, why are so many girls, including myself, so quick to give up our stuff? Go so quick to have sex and we have nothing to prove. I know that my is good. I know that I can satisfy. Best believe I know that. So why am I like, oh, let me give it to him. Let me give him some. Let me try to keep him. In reality, sex doesn't keep a man. Sex does not keep a guy. It might keep him coming back. But where are they coming from? That's the question. So sex is just, we already know. Why are we trying to prove ourselves, women? We already know we got the good stuff. So let's let the men prove themselves. What are they doing for us? Do they make us happy? How can they make us happy? Are you just dating the date? Or when you are talking to a guy, are you talking to the guy and saying, do I see myself with this guy or do I not? Because I just met a guy couple weeks ago and I said, Sierra, let's try. Be nice. Let's try to talk to him. And I was talking to him, educated. I like him far as I think, like, he's not a jerk or anything, you know. He taught me a little bit about history. Our conversation was cool, but I had to ask myself, it's a language barrier, I want to say too, but do I see myself with this guy? Why am I going to waste my time keep trying to date this guy if I know that I have no intentions on even becoming in a relationship or marrying him? And no, I'm not trying to get married tomorrow, but I'm not wasting my time on guys that I know that's not marriage material. So if you see me in the club and you think I'm fine and you think you just want to bang, bang, don't talk to me. You can try. I'm gonna swerve your ass because at this point in my life, I don't want to have sex. So that's a quick thing for me to kick guys off. Sex. So my best friend asked me like, so when is a good time to tell a guy that you're celibate? And that's the question. When is a good time to tell a man that you're not having sex, that you are waiting to marriage, waiting to you're in a relationship, waiting till whenever? When is it a good time? Is it a good time to tell them at the beginning? Is it a good time when they bring it up? Is it a good time to wait until he about to try to get some and you're like, or I think the longer you wait, the more tempted you're going to be. It's really how strong you are too as a woman. Anyways, so me and her are going down this path to not have sex, to save ourselves for the right man. I think she's waiting till marriage. I'm not saying I'm waiting till marriage. I'm saying that I'm waiting for a year at first. I'm going to wait a year. And then I want to wait until a commitment after that. But I want to make it a year first. And with sex comes so many other problems. Like you got to worry about pregnancy. You got to worry about if a man is going to give you an STD. You have to worry about catching feelings. And sex makes me crazy. Sex makes me crazy. I think sex makes a lot of women crazy. And I think it makes them stupid. Stupid on dick. Things that guys say, if you weren't having sex with them, you will be able to catch them. Like, no, who you think I am? Am I boo-boo the fool? No. But once you do have sex, guys can tell you some bullshit and you tell your friends, girl, he said that, and your friend, like, you really believe him? My question to everybody is sex still a thing? I wrote a blog and I asked that question. Is sex still a thing? Because to me, it's not. I like it. If I was in a relationship, I think would do it still, but it brings too many problems. It can get you pregnant. You can possibly get an STD and you get unnecessary feelings. And if you ain't my man, first of all, if you ain't my man, I don't want none of those. But if you are my man, I don't want no STD either. I don't have time for none of that. Like, I'm trying to live my life and be a queen. And you're not about to be bringing me none of that stuff. So for me, sex is not a thing. My best friend got me hip to the bullets, different sex toys. I can definitely satisfy myself, but I had to ask myself, is having sex really worth it? That one, it's not a minute. I don't have sex for hours. People that say they have sex for hours, salute to you. I have a short attention span, so unless you're talking about rounds, ain't nobody talking about no hour. But for that moment that you are having sex, for those minutes, long minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, that you are having sex, is it worth the outside of that, everything that they put you through? You know, I have yet to find a guy that I think can be my equal. I don't have time to be building the guy up right now so he can, you know, bring me down. No, I'm good. I want to make sure I'm good. I need you to make sure you're good, and then we can be good together. And then if something happens, of course, we can build each other up. But I'm not your mama, and I'm not playing mama roles, and I'm not playing a wife role when I'm not a wife. And I'm not playing a girlfriend role when I'm not a girlfriend. And that's another reason why I had to stop having sex, because how do you know you having sex? That's your bag. That's your bag. And after he leaves your house, he could be going to Shaquisha's house. And then what? What he doing with her? You have to ask yourself, if you're having sex, great. Everybody, we're grown. If you're not grown, you're a teen. I'm not saying that it's bad that you're having sex. I did have sex. I'm taking a break. But what I am saying is, why are you having sex? Are you having sex because you think that's going to keep that man? If you are a virgin and you're thinking about losing your virginity, why are you losing your virginity? Is it because something you want to do, or is it something because you think that you're going to be with this boy forever and it's the love of your life? Because I'm here to tell you right now, like I told all of my friends in the past, this, you will not be with your first. It's that one, it's that 0.01% that do end up with their first. And best believe they in their first and them weren't together the whole time. Best believe they had trials and tribulations, and they broke up plenty of times, and then they just got back together. But most of the time, that get back together, no. So if you're having sex for the first time because you think that it's going to keep a man, or you think that because you're going to be with this man forever, stop it. Wait. If you have to ask somebody, should I have sex with this person, or I want to have sex, I'm thinking about, don't do it. Because if it's meant to be and you feeling like doing it, do it. You shouldn't have to question, ask a friend, because your friend ain't the one that gotta have sex. Your friend ain't the one that gotta deal with the aftermath of the feelings, maybe the STD or the possible babies. Okay, they don't have to deal with that. So if you have to ask those questions, for me, when I had to ask those questions, that was my red flag. Nope, Sierra, don't. Because I like to have sex in the moment. I don't want to plan. I don't got time to be sneaking. I don't have time for none of that. Because when you're doing all that, it's just, is it worth it? You know, is it worth it? Sometimes sneaking does intensify the moment, but it ain't worth it. So if you're doing it because you want to do it, you're doing it because you feel like that's what you want to do, then I feel like, great, good for you. Me, that's not the case. I'm tired. I feel like God is in the process of building my man for me. And this queen is just going to step on the brakes. I'm not saying I'm waiting to marriage, but I am going to wait a year. And then I want to wait until commitment, and then maybe move on to marriage. But right now I'm starting off with baby steps a year. I haven't been a year without having sex since I had sex. And some people be like, girl, you can't wait a year. No, seriously, y'all. Sometimes it's hard because your mind you just think these things like, what if I do have sex and I can do this and I can do that and I can do this? And I'm telling people to follow your heart. Sometimes you might get confused with your mind and your heart. Like they're not, Your heart is the safe place. Your heart will tell you. If your heart is tired of being broken, listen to it. Don't keep going in the same path so you can keep getting it broken. You can't go to a guy, break up with him, go to another guy, and then think that the other guy's fixed all of a sudden. No. Did he show you the signs that he changed? Just ask yourself, why are you doing it? Is it worth it? Why are you having sex with him? Me, take a break. Is sex a thing? I don't know. So I want to ask the people that are in a relationship as well. If you are in a relationship, could you go weeks or a month without having sex with your partner while remaining faithful? Do you think it will build your relationship up? That y'all can communicate more? That y'all can do things other than have sex? Because if you can, and then y'all break up or y'all argue more, then you have to ask yourself, is my relationship built strictly off sex? Are you really getting pleased? Is it worth it? You know, so sometimes you got to put sex in the corner and focus on yourself. Focus on what's at hand. For me, sex is in the corner. I'm not in a relationship, so what's at hand is me. I'm focused on myself. I love being around myself. I love going to movies alone, chilling in my house. I could chill in my house for weeks by myself without feeling sad, depressed, or any of that, because I'm content with myself. I can hang with myself all day. I'm a pretty cool girl, okay? So can you? Can you hang with yourself? If you can't, do you think a man can? Probably not. So work on yourself first before you try to step into a relationship. And if you think a relationship is going to last forever and it's strictly based off sex, you got another thing coming. So ultimately, we have nothing to prove as women. We already know our stuff is good. Make them prove themselves. What are they going to do for you? Is it worth it? What are you going to get in return? And not necessarily material things, but are you going to satisfy me emotionally? You know, are you intellectually? Are you going to help me grow as a person? You know, I want my partner to be my lover, my best friend, everything. So like I said, I believe God is building him for me. And until he is complete, because I'm pretty sure he's building me for him. Until we're complete, I'm taking a pause and I'm just focusing on getting my followers up, subscribers up, and reaching out to more people so that y'all can hear my truth. I can give advice. And I just want to know what y'all think too, because I cannot be the only person going through all the things that I be going through. So see y'all later.